Welcome to the mindless musings of friends while two of us play Stardew Valley.
SMT Nocturne.
I didn't even know that was in existence.
It's a
Will be in 10 days.
Yeah, that gets released in
You
like
said
10
you
days.
hadn't played it before. They do say it's difficult, but on the other hand, I know what you're like for grinding and over leveling. So this is actually a game that you will need to do that for. So
This is a turn-based game?
yes,
Yeah.
it's turn-based. It's really really good. Basically, the way the combat works, as Phil has described it before, it's basically Pokemon.
Right.
So
Oh.
I said that.
you have mentioned it. You
Hey.
have compared the two before.
You do catch some of them, but a lot of them you may.
Okay, Joe
So
isn't.
far as your demons, it's not too dissimilar in acquiring them from like Persona.
This is a strange perspective to be like saying
I
this
mean,
because Joe isn't aware. This is the original. This is like the mainline series.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Persona
Yeah.
is the spin-off.
Persona's the spin
It's a side series.
Like this is the main series. He's just like dipping his toes into it if he doesn't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's the fusion thing, which, is pretty standard anyway. Or, yeah, in random battles with, like, some of the enemies, you can just be like, hey, jackass, join my party.
And it literally goes down like that too. I mean,
It
You-
literally goes down like
On
that.
rare occasions, can you say, "Hey, jackass, join my party," and they join? You usually have to coddle them and do something to make them happy, like give them a potion or give them money or give them M&Ms
Let's not
or
overcomplicate the concept. Joe will figure it out when he gets it.
is it true that the Mass Effect trilogy has just recently come out as well over the I think it was the last 24 hours?
Yeah, I
Came
just
out-
got that in today.
Came out
Oh.
today.
I had no idea. I knew it was due in May. It's just like actually going through May. May is kind of like a drop zone for a million different products
Yeah,
right now.
I have it sitting on top of my PS4.
So what I got him for his birthday, Phil. I mentioned this numerous times to you.
I got my
Yeah, his birthday
gift
was
on
3 weeks ago
Joe's
now. I have no
Yeah.
idea.
But I also mentioned he would be getting it on my birthday several times.
yes.
Mm,
Still kind of funny.
you're getting payoff for all those like earlier made deals. Nice.
So, Phil, eating any fudge yet?
Oh yes, Kieran got me an interesting present earlier on today, and I was kind of surprised. Like, why are you wasting money on me like beyond the birthday? There's no need to. And then I slowly opened the
It's just
wrapper.
a little extra thingy, and I thought, yeah, it's fun.
One California chili flavored fudge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Carolina
little-
Reaper fudge.
I don't know what chili flavored fudge is like, but I hopefully it tastes good.
So
Well, it's more the fact that it's the Carolina Reaper pepper, which is like the hottest pepper in
The world.
existence.
Yeah.
So,
you know those Simpsons gags and those sketches, like this is what inspired them.
it's that. But in a fudge.
So
Like I
what
said,
I've-
I literally had like Carolina Reaper sausages like 2 days ago.
What I've been told
not
about
that
this,
bad.
by the way, is like it's exactly what you think it is, but it's actually worse because it's fudge. And I was like, wait, why is it bad because it's fudge? Because you can't get that damn thing out of your teeth.
Oh shit, I didn't think of that.
You didn't
Fuck.
think of that, did you? Eh.
That's a good point.
I guess
That's
you're gonna have to
evil.
burn, buddy. Thanks, man.
That's
like I said-
actually evil, man.
The one thing about this, I mean, one, it's an experience, right? Look at it that way. It's an experience.
You jackass.
Two, like I said, if I personally were to get something like that, it's something I would take into work and then laugh at other people's suffering when I gave it to them.
Yeah, he really does do stuff like that.
I really do.
Anyway, buddy, did you?
I
have
mentioned
you,
about those Seabrooks Trinidad Scorpion chili crisps, and
the
I was
names get
eating
worse
it,
and worse.
smiling it. I was eating it and smiling, and then offering it to people who were crying as they fucking took a bite.
You know, when you were mentioning that before, it's exactly what you think it is. You reminded me of a movie that Jay from Red Letter Media mentioned a while ago called Pieces.
Oh yeah, it's exactly what you think it is. The poster.
I don't know what that movie's about, but I can imagine now.
It's oh god, it's like an Italian horror. They have like an expression that describes the genre.
Is
that they
it
can-
Jello?
Jello, yeah. And
Okay.
the poster literally just says like pieces. It's exactly what you think it is. And I think a lot of people expected walking into that cinema screen like it's a DIY thing. No! Jeez, these names for these chili root things like get worse and worse, by the way. Have you ever heard of the Indiana Inferno butt rape or something like like no thank you.
Actually, butt rape sauce is the name of a hot sauce, I believe.
Please no.
Yeah,
I could have sworn I've seen that.
Please no. It's in the
the
field of
best
my vision.
named hot sauce that I have had, and oh god, never try it. It tastes fine, don't get me wrong, but Jesus, I couldn't sit down for the next 2 days.
Wait, that's the name?
No. The name of it is very simple, but very understandable. Regret. And boy, let me tell you, I had enough of that.
Marketing
I put in
perfection.
like, it says on the bottle, it's like, this is extremely hot. Only use like 1 or 2 drops in a marinade. It's like, okay. I can deal with spicy stuff better than the average person. So I used like 6. And like half a bottle of fucking barbecue sauce, mixed it in with that, marinated some chicken wings in that. And yet, like I said, I could not sit down pretty much for the next 2 fucking days. It burned. It was fine going in, but holy shit on the way out. But yeah,
Marketing. It lived up to its name.
regret. It did live up to its name. That little bottle of hot sauce, by the way, is a projected like 12.5 million Scovilles or something stupid. It like it's just pure fucking capsaicin
It's fire.
resin.
Yeah.
It's like pure capsaicin. It's just like it's not too far off of the Scoville rating for pure capsaicin.
There is one, or at least used to be one, had bought at Jack's Brewery one time called Scorned Woman Sauce. I just really like the name for that.
I've got the bottle here. I've not tried it after that one incident. But yeah, it says on the bottle here, 12 million Scoville chili oleo resin. The annoying thing is, it tasted pretty good.
So,
Really good. But it's just...
Joe, did you have your steak yet, or are you going out for it later?
I already had it.
Oh, you've already had it. Okay. I thought you were going today, but
Or end 1st of August 2022. Oh no. It's still in date. I bought this and tried it like well over a year ago.
procrastinations and celebrations.
It says a lot when the slightly weaker version, which is still like 6 million Scovilles, which I also own and have sitting here, is called Godslayer. And it's half as strong.
Shut up!
It's half as strong. Regret.
Okay, when the product that you're trying to sell sounds like a chapter of like Goblin Slayer or something, then like no, I'm kind of done.
Oh, it's 9 million. It's actually stronger than I thought. But no, I when I say I do like my spicy stuff, I do like my spicy stuff. But holy crap, that made me fucking cry. For all
And
the
Bill's the one who eats fall.
Buddy, what's wrong with Monster Munch? What's wrong with like Kellogg's cornflakes? I mean,
cornflakes are fine. They just need a little bit of pep to them.
turning into Dave Lister more than I am. I mean,
Isn't he though?
yeah, you're the scouser. I'm
Before
not.
long, his one taste bud will, curl up and die.
Well, he is eating an absorbent amount of ice cream these days, so it kind of counters it, doesn't it? You know, have an immediate kind of relief on the side.
Yeah, it's true. I do, honest to God, have a really high pain tolerance,
I
which
get the feel.
probably helps.
I get the feeling you're eating ice cream more than I'm eating M&Ms these days. Because I only eat them on weekends.
Yeah, it's like every night now with him when we watch a movie or like an anime or something.
Not every night. It's every other night.
You was
It is too
eating
much.
ice cream through prison school and Gaku, whatever the hell the name was.
Goku dolls.
Yeah, Goku dolls. Sorry, I got the name wrong.
Which is probably my favorite show of the past month and a half.
What,
It was
prison
like-
school?
It was
No,
like
Goku
8
dolls.
episodes.
I know! And you know what? They were fun!
I got a question. Okay, that only had like 8 episodes, right? Were they
10, but
long?
go on.
Okay, 10. That probably would have been why I was confused. Yeah, because on the third night we watched that, we did 2, and that was it. That was like kind of the conclusion of the entire thing. 10 of that, 12 of Prison School, so therefore he gets a full 22, I guess, of episodes. We've not been watching them every night. It's just the way it's panned out.
Actually, it's technically been 23, although people kind of weren't paying attention to the first one.
What was that?
Oh, right. Right.
Yeah, one
Oh, yeah.
episode
I'm
of
sorry.
Interspecies Reviewers.
I was reminded of the final episode the other week by a friend. No.
I thought it was cancelled.
No, the dub was. The actual thing still televised. Yeah, thank God that last episode never kind of... I don't want to know that about hyenas ever.
That wasn't the last episode. Wasn't that episode 3?
Like, there's information that this show gives you about, like, the biology of nature. I don't want to know that about hyenas. You've ruined hyenas for me forevermore.
What
It's not
Goldberg
like
gonna
they
do it?
were all that
Look,
great
animals
to
are
start.
terrifying.
I know, animals are absolutely horrifying. They're worse than Bloodborne in real life.
Be grateful that they did not add giraffes or ducks.
Oh,
Or
ducks
ducks.
are horrific.
Oh, ducks
evil
are
creatures.
monsters. Ducks are monsters in real life.
You do not want to know what
No,
happens if somebody gets like a cute little duckling for their kid for Easter, then decides, oh, I don't actually want this bird, and they decide to return it to nature. No, that's a domesticated duck. And even a wild duck cannot just like go into a colony of existing colony of ducks.
Carol,
That poor duck will have its feathers ripped out, will be physically abused, will be repeatedly gang raped by the other ducks.
in the UK, they've started doing a thing now with pet stores where it's like, you're not buying a product, you're buying a responsibility. Like, they flat out say these things on, like, the doors now.
Good.
I don't know why people are giving away ducks, though, as pets. That's kind of stupid.
They sell them. And some people, like, on farms have ducks, and they sell duck eggs.
Like, I think we were on about this
to
the
be
other day.
used in
Like,
cooking.
do you guys, like, sell prairie dogs over there or something, despite the fact they're a very, very wild animal?
Not to my knowledge.
Well, just
We
as well, because those things have the bubonic plague. Like, don't do that.
We used to raise baby chicks and quails in the classroom, but we stopped.
Oh.
Chicks, I noticed, after about 2 weeks, they're assholes. Like, they're the cutest thing in the world for the first 2 weeks of their life, but after those 2 weeks, they change completely. They like just take them to the farm.
It's kind of like a tiger after 5 months. Like, I've got over the cuteness, the scratch marks, and the ripped out spine is probably saying no now.
Well, going back to the interspecies reviewers things. Yeah, just be glad they didn't add giraffes, because it would totally just be a golden shower episode.
Oh, yeah, Joe still has to look that up to find out what that is.
No, tell Joe about the hyena thing first, and then he can get his life ruined forevermore, like me.
You tell him.
Ah, buddy, I don't want to.
Tell him.
This is a show you like, by the way.
No, this is not a show I like. Okay,
No,
this is a
I
show
meant
that I
Karen.
remember. Oh yeah.
What? I mean, I laugh at it because I am comfortable laughing at sex jokes. It's not my fault that you're a prude.
Hyena sex jokes.
Okay, there is a certain specific species of hyena that is... I can't believe I'm doing this. There's a female variety, a female gender...
Is this being recorded?
Yes.
Oh, God, no! That... This female hyena kind of has lady parts that are very, very big in a certain kind of manner that often make it dubiously mistaken for the male agenda of the species. Okay?
Large
So-
clitoris.
Yeah. So essentially, this extremity is essentially the same size as the male. And what's happened is, over the last few decades, farmers and zoologists have basically been putting hyenas together in order to breed them in captivity. And the problem is that they end up bringing more females than necessary because they think they're males. Right? The show takes care of this. The show completely takes that into account.
The show is well researched. Gotta give it that.
I don't want it. I don't want to know that. I don't want to
Is
know
this
that.
real or just anime bullshit?
No, this is real. I'm afraid.
It's a real thing.
I
In that
wonder-
respect, the show is actually strangely, very, very strangely, like, well researched. And quite frankly, that much is what makes it funny.
Just a
It is-
disclaimer in case anyone, in case anybody wants to red flag this video for Carol, by the way, or in case this got more views than necessary, you sickos. Like, I am not a fan of the show. I'm glad I did not watch it the full way through. Not for me.
That's why it was cancelled.
No, it got cancelled
Yeah.
because they were like, okay, how can we market this in America? Oh my god. What did we do?
It was, I mean, the dub was cancelled because, yeah, as Phil said, America's basically pansies when it comes to nudity.
Yeah.
No. I mean, look at Game of
No,
Thrones.
really.
The most popular
Okay.
show on
Basically
TV for like
pansies when it comes to
Okay,
nudity.
guys, you're
You
going
s-
about it the wrong
You
way.
guys censor so much of that.
It's got nothing to do with that, and you know it. It's got nothing to do with the fact that people are like topless or like showing all kinds of like skin than possible. It's about the culture that the show is trying to promote. It's brothels, buddy. They're illegal in like a lot of countries, especially the
Well,
States.
Yeah, okay, there is
No.
that. But
Well, not in Nevada.
They're very legal in Nevada. And taxed.
And what company tried to dub this again, Joe?
Funimation,
Or where are they based?
Texas.
Okay. Just saying.
that and Funimation, for the most part, more the kind of towing the line of a family-friendly type thing.
They also
More
did,
so than what, you know.
they also did freezing and prison school. Let's not ignore that.
Freezing's terrible. Why is that even a thing?
I don't even know what that is.
It's. Never mind.
Very similar in tone to interspecies reviewers and prison school.
No, you've got that one wrong. That's the art design. The art design is similar to the thing you're trying to encompass. Freezing was another thing entirely. It was essentially just like a supernatural mecha high school thing. Which
With
was,
as much nudity as possible shoved in.
and believe it or not, that's not actually a Japanese author. That was a South Korean author who did that one. To make it better.
Maybe. I don't know. A lot of fan service in freezing. Never actually watched it, but I've seen bits and pieces.
Well, you just gotta understand, like, fan service does not necessarily mean it's a different kind of show. Like, Prison School is fan service, but it's mostly a psychological horror. If you believe that.
But no, Funimation is not above dubbing fan service heavy shows.
Some, sure, but, you know. Obviously, interspecies reviewers, you know, pushed the boundaries further than they were comfortable with. Just because they're not comfortable with it doesn't make it that fucking bad. Not everybody has the same standards.
So I finally got to watch the last episode of Castlevania earlier on, by the way. You know, the 4th season?
Mhm.
Really good ending.
Mhm.
I was kind of shocked by, like, the last 3 minutes for obvious reasons. But very good ending. You notice how, like, that show you mentioned with Final Space, like, the music is just, it might as well be the MVP of
Oh,
like,
yeah.
shows.
I love the music in Final Space.
Like, definitely in Final Space. The music in Final Space is excellent. Like, the way it swells for, like, super intense moments and then gets destroyed completely by the green alien that goes, Chokity Park.
He's so adorable, though. I can't hate him. And you know, I love the bootstrap paradox when they go back in time and Gary saves him. And he's like, I can't help you now, but you got to find the me in this time. He'll help you.
Why do I get the impression the way that story's going in, like, Final Space and, like, a season 4 potentially? It feels to me like they've got nowhere else to go but prequel territory, like time travel. Because it's already in the cards already. We know that time traveling bunny's coming along.
The creator mentioned he has 6 seasons mapped out.
And he has, like, lower ratings than ever now in the 3rd season. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Sadly. But who knows?
Like, I'll be shocked if he gets more beyond 2 more seasons. I think he's gonna get 5, and that'll be it. Because like each one is like 13 episodes long anyway. Who cares? It's good enough for what it is.
But we need the kids freak out. That's coming.
And you know the worst thing is when this show concludes, you're gonna miss it. That's the annoying thing. Like those are the worst kind of shows where it's like, okay, that's done. Okay, yeah, when's the next episode? And like, dude, it got cancelled. Shit! Where's my sci-fi now? Just watch Farscape again for the 12th time. No.
It doesn't have Keith David as a Titan.
Or Christopher Judge.
Yeah, but he's an asshole on that show. He stole Jill.
I hope we meet Jill eventually.
I hope so too. She better have been worth it.
Watch Jill be like the most insignificant thing ever. You know, like an ant or something.
This climactic battle between two giant titans.
Yeah, the size of cosmoses.
All because Christopher Judge stole Jill from Keith David.
God, buddy, that's like a match made in heaven, those two in the same scenes together.
I told you from the get-go, the voice cast of the show is amazing.
Yeah, but why can't we have a show with Keith David and Christopher Judge in like vocal roles? Like, oh my god, I'd watch that. Wouldn't you?
Yes, of course. Indeed.
Like, Carol, Keith David and Christopher Judge playing lead characters together on a show. Wouldn't you watch that?
It depends.
It's Keith David and Christopher Judge.
Yes, but is it an animated thing where I only hear their voices, or is it live action where I also get to see them?
The voices are great regardless. Like, it's
They are, but I mean,
they're good actors.
I'm not as big into animated and voice acting as you are.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. I mean, there's a huge difference between whether or not someone's a good actor or a good voice actor. They're two different skills.
You can be both.
You can be both, you can be neither, and you can also be one or the other.
I was,
They're not mutually exclusive.
This came up in like a conversation like a long time ago, like this recommendation thing. The whole point of like animation in general is the idea of like you can do whatever the hell you like. Like the limit is your imagination and obviously the budget too, right? You don't get that in live action. In a lot of live action, you get 160 something episodes of Supernatural where they just go around doing jack crap and falling out one another because it's the only thing they can do season by season with no budget. Whereas like animation, you can push that thing as far as your imagination goes.
How great was it seeing Jack get shot in the head, by the way, by Gary's arm?
He just regen through it anyway. He's Mega Man now. Super Fighting Gary.
No, any time they cause the Lord Commander pain, I smile.
Why? Jack's great.
He's great, but he's an evil asshole.
Yeah, but Jack's fantastic. I hope they make Jack into a Titan eventually. Because he deserves it.
Oh, you know Invictus is lying with that crap.
Yeah. Also, Invictus did absolutely nothing wrong. Like, okay, who did the deed, you know, recently in the last 2 episodes? You know, the thing that kind of scarred everybody mentally?
Invictus?
No, it wasn't Invictus that did it. It wasn't even Gary that did it. It wasn't even Ash that did it, okay? It was Cheryl.
Who?
Claudia Black.
How?
Because she escaped and she refused to save any of them. Therefore, Invictus takes, you know, Fox.
Yeah, but no.
You know it's right. You know it's right.
The whole thing was Invictus's bullshit. Like,
Cheryl,
oh,
please save us. Nah, you're on your own, mate, boy. The Australian accent. She bolted. She got out of there.
Harry's gonna kill your brother within 3 days. And she freaking wears him the prom like Azazel and puts Gary in a situation where he kind of has to.
You know something that shocked me, by the way, about those episodes? I never knew Ash only had one eye.
Oh, yeah.
I never knew. I'd been with that character for like the last 2 seasons, and I never knew once. Like, I never even noticed.
They reveal it in the episode with the giant snake.
Not exactly the most.
You're a little
amazing episode.
oblivious, aren't you, Phil?
sorry, but the character's face is completely obscured with purple hair.
The hair does cover the eye. Only very briefly do they reveal what's on the other side of the hair. In Phil's defense. But no, Ash always had only one eye. That was established.
I did not know that. So did you A1 steak sauce the crap out of your steak?
Oh, you're damn right I did.
Oh God, no! It was a one step on shoe leather. Because if you cook it all the way through, if you make it well done, it's not steak anymore. So he can do what he wants with it.
I don't like it well done. I like it medium.
Carol, it's not your steak.
I know.
And I don't like anything well done, for the record. I like things medium.
Medium is
Well, a hamburger does need
almost
to be well
tolerable.
done.
Medium rare is the best, I think. But that's
I'm
just
not a fan of medium rare. Or as I like to call it, still mooing.
No, that's rare.
Oh yeah, rare. You're right, I'm sorry.
I mean, there's rare, and then there's like blue rare. Blue rare is practically still moving, but yeah.
And I got my salad, which made me happy. I put dressing on that. Ooh, how dare I contaminate it.
I know you need a good dressing on salad.
And I had mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes with steak.
Yeah, why not?
say
Yes.
something clever to that, but the only thing that's on my mind right now is chuckity buck.
I mean, I don't know. Seems like an odd combination.
I would normally
I
have...
can see how, yeah, sure, it tastes fine. It's just, I don't know.
Can we get rid of biscuit, by the way? Please tell me we can get rid of biscuit.
biscuits and you're right.
Okay, I've never. And Zamfir. I'll bring Zamfir up in like a future month because I cannot wait to talk about that character in front of Carol and Kieran. Oh my god, Biscuit. That character exists to just get in the way of any kind of progression.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, there's been scene after scene after scene where characters get a pivotal moment, like, maybe I should tell the other person my feelings so there's no awkwardness later down the line, and then Biscuit just turns up to get in the way. Like, is he the villain of the season? Is he a secret Invictus clone or something?
I don't know.
I'm hungry. Because
Right,
when you said biscuit, the first thing I thought was, are you talking
Biscuits and
about
gravy.
biscuits or what y'all call biscuits that's actually cookies?
Again, cookie is not a genre of biscuit.
Cookies.
It's simply a biscuit.
I mean,
Biscuit is the genre
if anything, it is a subgenre.
of cookies. No.
No, cookies is a
Exactly.
subgenre of biscuit. It's a type of biscuit.
No, it's not.
Yes.
A
We've been
biscuit
over
is like
this.
fluffy and a bread, not a dessert.
What?
It's a fucking scone.
That's a scone! That's the pastry product, you mental!
I've already come across somebody fucking riding around that stupid whale. Motherfucker.
Oh, I've got one
What?
as well. So today they released the FF4 Luna whale. You know, the black and red whale from FF4 that flies about. It plays the world map theme and everything. It's really good. It's got like vocals in the song and everything. It's fantastic. But it's like absurdly expensive on the station.
Yeah, you said you got one already. It's
Yeah.
like fucking $30, man.
Because the price is only going to go higher and it's actually super cheaper because it's this weekend. Also, I got given it as a gift.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who
The
the
other thing
fuck just gives you a fucking 30-pound fucking whale?
It's 23. It was 34. No, you're thinking it's $30. It's 23 pounds.
Well, I thought it was $35, and I was just doing some rough math to.
No,
bring it
no.
to pounds. I guess the pound's stronger than I thought at the moment.
So this post made me a little annoyed earlier today. Not so much annoyed, but I think it sums up idiocy in a way. It's in regards to the Good Place. Okay, let me see if I can find the comment exactly. Oh, here we go. I stopped watching The Good Place after season 2 because the ending left us with hope. And I just know season 3 and 4 tore that all down, and I don't want to see that. I'm like, no?
How do you know that? Seriously. You're not going to take a show that is consistently funny and enlightening, and suddenly turn it into a torture porn shit show.
I thought season 3 was the show's best season.
Yeah.
Oh man, Jason got it. Oh, oh man, that one just hurts.
Season 3 was the one with what's his name? Phil Steve Merchant, right, as the accountant. Like, what was the last time somebody got into the good place? Let's see here. 5,832 years ago. Wait, what? You don't think the system might be rigged?
I gotta be honest with you, I kind of like the climax of the first season, and then that was it. The whole show never kind of lived up to that moment for me. I did like the ending of the show. That was like the second strongest bit, and there was like a numerous amount of gags in there as well, but it never quite lived up to the realization of what was actually going on.
Wait, we're in the bad place.
No, the first time they realize it, and then like Ted Danson on like a drum beat immediately changes character. Like fantastic, brilliant.
Oh, I actually rewatched the entire show this past fall. The first season was a lot more cleverly written than you'd think. All of
It's not a word, but
all of Ted Danson's scenes, or Michael's scenes, whatever, he has no scenes in that first season until the very last episode where he's not in front of one of the other characters. Like, you never see that character by himself without one of the main 4 characters being in front of him. Like, they knew.
yeah, he's addressing them. He's not actually being his own character in his own spare time. He looks like he's an attendant at first until, when he's on his own, he has a completely different character. Just wish it wasn't revealed in Lost flashbacks over the course of one episode.
Now you say that's your favorite part. I disagree. I think the episode immediately following the twist is the show's funniest, where you get the montage of Michael's failed experiments.
I mean, that's great. It's just, it feels like kind of a letdown after the big crescendo of like, oh shit, we're in hell. It's a huge plot twist.
Because hell is other people.
Will there be a gift shop? Jason, don't be stupid. Of course it is. We're in hell. It's such a great line. Long live Donkey Dog.
Donkey Dog. Okay, that's one of those moments, kind of like when you first see Bakugo's mom on My Hero Academia, when you see Jason's dad.
There you go.
That would all make sense.
It's the father figure in Bakugo's case that I'm like, buddy, are you sure you didn't adopt this kid? And then you see the mother, and it's like, yeah, there we go. It all fits into place now. Is it true he's actually like a nice guy now, finally?
Spoilers.
Oh, okay. I just can't see it happening. That's the thing. I doubt it.
They're in the final arc. I'm not going to spoil anything for Kieran. But
It's probably his character arc progression or something. I don't know.
I actually really like where a lot of the story beats are going, and I hated the past. No, the arc immediately before this one was really good. The 2 or 3 arcs before were garbage. Like, everything from the school festival up until the arc that recently completed was complete garbage. But now I finally like the show, manga again, so I'm happy.
The strangest thing is I should be reading a lot more horror. I should be reading a lot more like the shonen kind of stuff that I was once into like 10 years ago and such. The stuff I'm kind of into now that kind of takes my interest is usually the really irrelevant, irreverent, kind of stuff, the sillier stuff. Like comedy and romance and like stuff that I never thought I'd get into at one point.
Yeah, that's what I've been reading for a while now. Skip Beat, Kaguya.
Like, Kaguya is a great example because it's just so meticulously written and convoluted, kind of like, what is wrong with these two idiots?
They get better.
Like, they're so ironic to themselves that like, to the general audience, like, who's not really internalizing everything they're saying and the perspective they both have, it just seems like endless theatric, constant what's the word? Not retrospective. Carol, what's the rhetoric? Yeah, rhetoric.
comedy at the end of the day, buddy. You know what? At least it has more plot progression than School Rumble. Because School Rumble, even though it starts out really good, annoyed me the longer it got. Because it's like, no plot progression, no plot progression, no plot progression. We're finally at the end, and we're done.
But you know what the worst thing is when you follow a comedy series for ages, and then in the second half, when it's like nearing its conclusion, it decides to be serious, and it starts dropping the comedy. It's like, yeah, it feels betraying, you know?
So, question: how long is it that you have been into more of the comedies?
Like the last 5 years or so, really.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I think a lot of people have like turned more to lighthearted things in the past year because life's been depressing enough.
Yeah, but you know me, I've always been a wholesome sod. Like, I like
No.
wholesome things. I think they're just brilliant.
And then you love Hellraiser.
Like, anything that basically boosts and pushes, like, you know, the impulse of life itself is like a wholesome thing, I'm all for. Normalcy and morals are kind of the, you know, the fundamentals of life. Like, Kieran gives me a Carolina Reaper thing, I'm on about giving him something nicer now in return. And he's bored to tears by the idea of that.
So, what's normal or uplifting about it?
About gift ideas for Kieran? I don't know.
No, it.
Wait,
What's
Not
the
it,
book?
the thing.
The book?
The thing.
Oh.
The thing? What do you mean?
Well, it's like your favorite movie, and you're saying you're all into normalcy and uplifting and happy, and I'm like, okay.
But that's not my favorite
The
movie.
Thing.
That's my second favorite movie. My first favorite movie is Groundhog Day. And that's literally a
Groundhog
redemption
Day's
story.
ending is also super depressing.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Super depressing.
It's
No, it's not. He breaks
How-
the cycle of the endless day, and he basically lives a life in the town that he once hated with a person he just fell in love with over the course of infinite amounts of days. Like,
Plus, he becomes the most ideal version of himself by the end.
it's like the only case of like an actual idealized Gary Stu by plot progression and character development. Like, when has that ever happened?
Because he has so much time, he's able to do all the things in life he always wanted to do.
Yeah, and everybody
And-
looks at him like he's insane.
And by proxy, become a better person.
Dad Ryerson? Every
Right.
single day.
Proxy?
He does become a better person. By the end of that movie, he basically spends his last day before the loop ends helping as many people as he can.
Fulfilling life.
But
Saves-
it's not by proxy.
It's by proxy in the sense that he's lived that day so many times, he has so much knowledge of what happens that he
honey,
knows
A
what.
proxy is the authority to represent somebody else.
Yeah, it is by vicariously.
He's not
through someone
doing
else.
it by proxy.
Carol, you didn't like me choosing this as like my favorite film at the time because you felt like it was manipulative and kind of like condescending and just taking advantage of everybody else. That's the point. It's a redemption story. Like it always was from the start, and like the person he is at the end of the movie is a completely different person the way he begins.
Almost every time loop story is a redemption story. I honestly think the Supernatural episode's the only exception. At least that I can think of.
Like, what about that sequence where he's trying to save the old guy in the alleyway, and he realizes that that guy's like fated to die on that day every single loop he goes through.
Oh, the homeless man, yeah.
He tries to save him from choking. He tries to feed him. He tries to, resuscitate him in the alleyway. Every time it fails.
Take him to the hospital to get him warm.
Like he realizes like the very cost and responsibility of life is so like huge that he can't make up for it alone. So he just generally be as nice as he can do to everybody around him. That's wonderful. But yeah, I do like the thing though. The thing's great. Come on, Carol.
Yeah.
The thing is great because it's a detective movie. That's why I like it, and it's also a horror.
The thing has one wrinkle as far as I can see. I think the final confrontation with the thing is a little too short.
Yeah, but they did want to use a Harryhausen claymation monster for the thing. Like it probably wouldn't have gone down quite well. They had like
And-
a claymation thing for Knowles coming out of its stomach and everything.
And there's a missing piece of dialogue, I feel. Like, why didn't Keith David's character stick with the rest of the team?
And the
Isn't that left intentionally ambiguous? though?
remake, prequel, whatever the hell it was supposed to be, they actually did have a much longer confrontation with the thing in the spaceship and all that, and it sucked.
Yeah, it's not great. That's like ironically same actress
For who?
for
There's
Cloverfield
no.
Lane.
I was about to say there's no ladies in the thing.
I was gonna say the prequel to The Thing is like the same actress as like Cloverfield Lane, and exactly what went wrong at the end of Cloverfield Lane. The same thing that happened in the prequel to The Thing.
It
Just
went on too long?
an excessive 15 minutes of like, why? Just kill bad guy, come out, that's it.
That's why RoboCop's my favorite movie. You kill your bad guy, your movie ends.
Highlander.
I shoot and son, what's your name? I mean, RoboCop is a goddamn good movie. It's definitely in my top 10. Perfect movie.
Yeah,
What's yours, Kieran? Starship Troopers?
Yeah, what's your favorite movie?
I don't really have a favorite.
Oh, Fight Club? Fight Club's great.
Yeah, Fight Club's pretty good. I've seen that way too many times.
Yeah.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Is that your favorite?
No.
Yeah.
Although it's in my top 20 or so, probably.
Do you keep making them? You
No,
keep
you
watching
should know. You should know my favorite.
Islander.
Yeah.
it? Oh. I mean, it's great, but I kind of like Highlander more for the soundtrack and Clancy Brown than anything else.
I'm not gonna lie. After our magical summer experience last year, Highlander 2's kind of gone up there for me now.
What?
It's the rough draft for Final Fantasy VII.
I don't know if it's the movie itself or just the memory as I have from the 2 times I've seen it with you guys, but I don't know. It's kind of been redeemed in a way.
Oh, you just like those minion characters and the fact that, like, hey, wait, boss, why don't we just wait for McLeod to die naturally?
It's everything.
Shut up and go sacrifice yourselves.
Like, it's everything about it that doesn't make sense that adds a charm to it. Like, why is General Katana suddenly interacting with the guys from the Shield Corporation? It's not like he needs them to find McLeod. He already almost killed him twice on his own. Like, nothing about the movie makes sense, and yes, it's the rough draft of FF7, and it becomes wonderful.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Walks on screen, he's like, why, hello there, President Shinra. I mean, Dr. Cox.
Just remember, it's a can of magic.
What?
It's a can of magic.
You gotta say it twice, what?
Oh, I wish
You're
the
just
cut.
making fun of the guy's accent now.
I wish the cut we
That's
saw.
really asshole.